Good morning. Today I'm going to introduce you to some new features in MentoMind, especially the admin capabilities. So the first thing once you logged in, you're going to notice is the new interface. It's a new look and feel, different background color. So as you can see, this is the admin tab that's selected here, and your admin dashboard is pretty much the same. It's just a different look and feel. You will also notice that we have redesigned the course structure. So the way you manage your courses, instead of jumping between different screens, now you have a very easy left menu that gives you the list of all the courses that you can manage. And in future, you will be able to create your own courses, and that's going to be listed also here. So for now, you have the SAT and ACT. You can click on one of the courses, for example, and it's going to show you all what's available in that course. So as you can see, this is the SAT course, and you have this whole topic hierarchy. Basically, these are all your categories, your topics and subtopics, which has all these different questions that are tagged with these categories. So for now, since these SAT and ACT courses are owned by MentoMind, this is just a read-only structure here. In future, once you have your own courses, you will be able to define this categories, and you can manage, you can modify, add your own, and then tag questions accordingly. Some of the new features that we added, as you can see, the next is practice questions. So these are the practice questions that MentoMind has already packaged with for the SAT, but if you want to add your own questions, you are able to do that through different ways. Once these questions are available, it augments the existing MentoMind questions. So all these questions are going to be available in the Learn section for students to practice on their own, or when you are assigning homework, those additional questions are going to be available also. So the questions from MentoMind and then your own questions are going to be available for practice. So there are various ways to add questions. So as you can see, there is a new button, Add Questions. You can upload questions via PDF. So you can bring your own PDF, you upload it to the system. The system takes a few minutes to get them all into the system, and then you can review and approve. So just to give an example, you can click on this. You're going to see a content agreement. Basically, it makes sure that the content that you're uploading, you have full rights to access it, and you're not really infringing on anybody's intellectual property. So you're going to acknowledge, and then you're going to upload the PDF, and you can choose that PDF from your system, and then you process. It takes a few minutes for the PDF to get processed. You're going to get an email saying that the processing is complete, and then once you receive that email, you can go to this uploaded PDF and see that some of these PDFs are pending review. So what basically that means is you have to review the questions, make sure those were extracted properly. If the PDF doesn't have any answer, you will have an option to use some of the most powerful AI models to add answers and explanations to those questions, or you can manually add those answers and solutions to the questions. So just to give an example here, I click on this, and you will see that these are the extracted questions. The system automatically tags the questions with the right difficulty level, the right topic and subtopic. And if the PDF also has the answer, it's going to add the answers also. But in this case, for example, there were no answers in the PDF. So you have a way to edit the question. You can change the text. You can fix things that are not rendering properly. Or if there is an option missing, you can add those options or remove options. And then you can also add answers through this interface. Once you have updated the question to your liking, you can save it. And then you can approve it, but obviously for approval, you will need to add the answers. So in this case, say I have reviewed everything, all the questions are looking good. I can close it and then add answers. And as you can see, it takes a few more minutes to add the answers. The this problem set is in progress. I can always check the status by refreshing and seeing whether the answers have been added. Once the answers have been added, then you can click on this PDF again and then approve the questions. Once approved, those questions are going to be available into your My Questions list. And those questions are going to also be available in the Learn section for students to use or for you to assign homework. Similarly, you can create your own tests. So as you can see, I have created some tests here. You can create a standardized test. So for the SAT, you can put the test name, the description. So just to give you an example here, sample test. You will have an option to either create a full length test, which for the SAT it's going to have total 6 modules, or you can have just the module test, which is, you decide what sections you want, how many modules you want, and all that. So let's take an example of a full length test. So I'm going to go to next, and it gives me the overall structure of the test. As you can see, section 1, module 1, reading and writing. Similarly for math, you have total 6 sections, 6 modules, and then you can add questions to each of the module through the same interface, where you can either upload the question through PDF or you can enter the questions manually. You're going to do that for each module, and once you have added those questions, you can publish the test, and those tests are going to be available for the students to take directly in their practice test list, or they're going to be available to the tutors to assign it to the students. As you can see, this is some of the tests that I have published before. Just to give an example here, this is how that looks like. This particular test only has one section, which has 14 questions for 20 minutes. The other test is a complete test. It has all the 6 modules with questions, different question counts in each of the modules. Similarly, you can create problem sets. So instead of just practice questions, if you want to create your own problem sets which belong to a certain topic or a certain concept, you can create those problem sets. So you can say new problem set, and I can say sample problem set, and you will have different options here. Again, you can upload the questions via PDF upload, you can add questions manually, or you can also create problem set from the existing practice questions. So whatever you add here in the practice questions, those questions going to be also available to create problem sets. So just to give an example here, when I say I want to create problem set through using existing questions, I can choose any of the questions that I uploaded or any of the questions that are already packaged with MentoMind. So I can filter based on a certain topic. And I can say, okay, the first 2 or 3 questions I want to add to a problem set. And now I have 3 questions available in that sample problem set. Once the problem sets are ready, then they can be assigned through the homework assignment screen. The Mento AI Hub remains the same capabilities. For the SAT, you have an ability to generate reading and writing questions. Similarly, for the PDF upload, you have the same capability where you can upload the PDF. You're going to get AI collections created, and you can actually share that AI collections with students who don't have a license. So any questions that you upload into this AI collections, those questions can be accessed by your prospects, by your students who don't have license, and they can access it through just a link. So just to give an example here, I go my collections, and I have created these 2 AI collections through the PDF upload, and I can just simply share the link with my students in 2 ways. So either I use it as a practice collection, or I can make it as an open challenge. The difference is with the open challenge, the students don't need to log in first. They can just simply take the challenge. With the practice questions, they have to create an account first to be able to access those questions. So the difference between AI collections and the problem sets is problem sets can only be assigned from within the homework assignment screen, but the AI collections can be shared with students and prospects through this shared link. Similarly, for the other courses, we have, like for example, for the ACT, similar capabilities. You can review the topic hierarchy. You can add practice questions of your own. You can create your own tests and problem sets. In creating your test, you have few different ways to do it. So let's take an example here. Sample ACT test. Again, you have the option of choosing a full-length test or a module test. So now with the full-length test, you have 4 sections: English, Math, Reading, and Science. And you can add questions via PDF upload. So for example, for Math, for Math you don't have a passage question, so you can simply use this tool for uploading math questions. If you have your own licensed ACT material, you can actually upload the whole full-length ACT PDF into the system, and then the system is going to be able to extract the questions out of that PDF. So for example, in this case, I'd say next, and I choose the file, and then I say I'm choosing a particular file just to give an example, and I just choose the subject, what subject I want to extract from that PDF. Say for example, I started creating the English section, so I'm going to just choose English, and the system is going to be able to extract all the English questions from that full-length ACT PDF and add it to that section. So just to give you an example of how it looks once it has processed. It's going to look like this. So it's going to, once you have added all the 4 sections, it's going to show that you have pending review. You're going to click on that. You will see that each section, how many questions are pending review. You'll be able to click on it, and then you'll see that the questions are extracted, the underlines, the selection, everything is done for you. You can review, make sure things are set properly by referring to the original PDF. You will be able to add certain things if it's missing. So for example, if you want to add an underline, you will be able to do that right in this tool. If there is something which you need to change, you can click on this edit question and change the text and then save. Once you have reviewed everything, then you have the option of adding answers manually, or you can simply use the AI capability to add answers and explanations. So you will be able to choose this update answers and explanations. It's going to take the whole section, all the questions in that section, use the most powerful AI models to solve those questions and add answers and explanations to those sections. Once all the 4 sections are ready, then you can publish it, and then again this test is going to be available for the students to take or for the tutors to assign it through the homework assignment screen. So the difference between the SAT and ACT courses, like in the ACT you have more ways to create tests. Like as I showed you, you can upload the whole PDF of the ACT to create those tests. The rest is pretty much similar. As we continue to roll out more features, we're going to be expecting more feedback. So please feel free to send us email if any feedback that has, once you have started using these features, you will have some feedback. So please feel free to share it with us, and we'll continue to improve these features. Thank you so much.